Imagine this: you're curled up on the couch, your furry best friend beside you, safe and sound, or so you think. But what if I told you that hidden in your home, lurking in plain sight, are dangers that could harm or even kill your pet? Some of these are so common, you probably walk past them every day without a second thought. And number 5? Almost every pet owner has it right now, and it's far more dangerous than you realize. Today, we're uncovering 5 hidden dangers in your home that could put your pet's life at risk. Some might shock you. Others might already be affecting your pet without you even knowing. Before we dive in, here's a fun challenge. What's the weirdest thing your pet has ever tried to eat? Drop it in the comments. I guarantee there are some wild stories out there. Alright, let's get started. Your pet's safety might just depend on it. Number 1, houseplants, the silent killers. Houseplants. They brighten up a room, freshen the air, and make any space feel more alive. But what if I told you that some of the most common houseplants, yes, the ones sitting in your living room right now, could be slowly poisoning your pet? It's true. Some of the most popular indoor plants are actually highly toxic to dogs and cats. And the scariest part? Many pet owners have no idea until it's too late. Let's start with one of the most deadly offenders, lilies. If you have a cat, listen closely. Every single part of a lily, the leaves, the petals, even the pollen, is highly toxic. Just brushing against a lily and licking their fur afterward can send a cat into sudden kidney failure. And if they take even a tiny bite? The clock starts ticking. Without immediate vet care, it's almost always fatal. Next up, aloe vera. You might have this in your home for treating burns. It's a lifesaver for humans. But for pets? Not so much. Aloe contains compounds called saponins and anthraquinones, which can cause vomiting, diarrhea, tremors, and even lethargy in cats and dogs. What helps us heal could make them very sick. And then there's the sago palm. This one? Extremely deadly. It might look like a cute little decorative plant, but every part of the sago palm, especially the seeds, is packed with a toxin called sikicin. If your pet ingests even a small amount, it can cause severe liver failure. Many dogs who eat sago palm don't survive even with emergency treatment. Shocking, right? And these are just 3 of the dangerous plants that could be sitting in your home right now. According to the ASPCA, hundreds of pets are rushed to emergency vets every single year after coming into contact with toxic plants. And here's the thing, most of these tragedies are preventable. So, if you're a pet parent, now is the time to check your houseplants. Are any of these toxic plants in your home? If you're unsure, look them up before bringing them inside. A simple Google search could save your pet's life. And here's a challenge for you. Drop a heavy checkmark in the comments if you're checking your plants right now. Let's see how many responsible pet owners we have here. Alright, ready for the next hidden danger? Trust me, you won't believe what's next. Let's keep going. Number 2, electrical cords, the chewable danger. It starts off looking adorable. You see your dog or cat chewing on a cord, their little paws gripping it, their eyes filled with curiosity. You laugh, maybe even grab your phone to record it. But stop. Because what happens next could be deadly. Chewing on live electrical cords is one of the most dangerous things your pet can do inside your home. And yet, many pet owners don't even realize it's a problem until it's too late. Here's what can happen if your pet chews on an electrical cord. High voltage severe burns. We're not talking about just a little irritation, these burns happen inside their mouth. The moment their teeth puncture the wire, electric current surges through their body. Their tongue, gums, and throat can be badly burned, making it painful or even impossible to eat or drink. High voltage electric shocks. Depending on the voltage, a strong enough shock can cause tremors, seizures, muscle spasms, or even paralysis. If your pet is small, the shock could send them into cardiac arrest within seconds. High voltage sudden death. Yes, you heard that right. A strong enough jolt can instantly stop your pet's heart. Even if they survive the initial shock, the damage to their internal organs could be irreversible. And here's something even more shocking, pun intended. Did you know that nearly 1,000 house fires every year are caused by pets chewing on electrical cords? That's right. A single bite can expose live wires, spark a fire, and put your entire home and your entire family at risk. So, how do you stop it? The good news is, preventing this is easy if you take the right steps. Heavy checkmark: use cord protectors. Plastic tubing or spiral wrap can shield cords from sharp teeth and curious paws. Heavy checkmark: apply bitter apple spray. This pet-safe spray tastes disgusting, making cords much less appealing to chew on. Heavy checkmark: keep cords out of reach. Tuck them behind furniture, mount them higher, or use cable organizers to make them less accessible. Prevention is key, because one bite is all it takes for disaster to strike. Now, let's make this fun. Have you ever had a pet chew on something they weren't supposed to? Maybe a shoe, your favorite headphones, or yes, an electrical cord? Share your story in the comments. And stay tuned, because the next hidden danger is something almost every household has, and it's more toxic than you think. Let's keep going. Number 3, human foods that can kill. We've all been there. You're eating dinner, and those big, puppy dog eyes are staring up at you, begging for just a tiny taste. And let's be honest, it's hard to resist. But before you slip that piece of food under the table, stop. Because what seems like an innocent treat could actually be a death sentence for your pet. There are certain human foods that are so toxic to dogs and cats that even a tiny amount could send them into organ failure, seizures, or even cause sudden death. Here are some of the most deadly offenders that every pet owner needs to know about. Crossmark chocolate. You've probably heard that chocolate is bad for dogs, but do you know why? It contains theobromine, a compound that their bodies can't process. Theobromine poisoning can cause vomiting, extreme restlessness, seizures, heart failure, and even death. The darker the chocolate, the more toxic it is. Even a small bite could be enough to kill a small dog or cat. Crossmark grapes and raisins. This one shocks a lot of pet owners. Even a single grape can be enough to cause sudden kidney failure in some dogs. Scientists still don't fully understand why grapes are so toxic, but what we do know is that there's no safe amount. Some dogs eat one grape and survive, others don't. Are you willing to take that risk? Crossmark onions and garlic. They might make our food taste amazing, but for pets? They're pure poison. These foods contain compounds that destroy red blood cells, leading to severe anemia. Over time, this can cause weakness, organ damage, and even death. And here's the scary part: even powdered onion and garlic, like in soups or seasoning, can be just as dangerous. Crossmark xylitol. This one is a silent killer. Xylitol is an artificial sweetener found in sugar-free gum, peanut butter, and even some baked goods. It triggers a massive insulin release in dogs, causing rapid hypoglycemia, low blood sugar, seizures, liver failure, and often, death. Even a tiny amount can be fatal within hours. Real story. A woman once gave her dog a single grape. Just one. She thought it was harmless. A couple of hours later, the dog started vomiting and acting strangely. She rushed him to the vet, but by then, his kidneys were shutting down. Sadly, he didn't make it. The moral of the story? Never assume human food is safe for pets. If you're ever unsure, Google it first or call your vet. A quick search could save your pet's life. Now, let's make this interactive. What's the weirdest thing your pet has ever tried to eat? Drop your answers in the comments, we want to hear your crazy pet stories. And stick around, because the next hidden danger? You won't believe how common it is. Let's keep going. Number 4, essential oils, the hidden toxin. Essential oils, many of us use them to relax, de-stress, and make our homes smell amazing. But what if I told you that some of these oils could be slowly poisoning your pet without you even realizing it? That's right, certain essential oils can be highly toxic to dogs and cats. Even if you're not applying them directly to your pet, the tiny oil particles released into the air by diffusers can be enough to cause serious health issues and in some cases, even death. Let's break it down. Here are some of the most dangerous essential oils for pets and what they can do. Warning: tea tree oil. You might see this in shampoos, skincare products, or flea treatments, but for pets, it's a neurological toxin. It can cause muscle tremors, vomiting, weakness, and severe liver damage. Even a small amount can lead to serious poisoning. Warning: eucalyptus oil. This one is sneaky because it smells so fresh and clean. But did you know that in pets, it can disrupt the nervous system? Dogs and cats exposed to eucalyptus oil can experience drooling, confusion, lethargy, and even seizures. Warning: peppermint and citrus oils. These are common in candles, sprays, and cleaning products, but for cats, they can be especially dangerous. Cats lack a certain enzyme in their liver that helps break down these compounds, meaning even a little exposure can lead to breathing difficulties, coughing, sneezing, or even liver toxicity over time. Now, here's where things get even scarier. Many people assume that as long as they're not putting essential oils directly on their pets, they're safe. But that's not true. Diffusers and sprays release microscopic oil particles into the air. Your pet breathes them in, absorbs them through their skin, and even ingests them when they groom themselves. So even if you're just running a diffuser in the background, your pet could still be getting poisoned. How do you keep your pet safe? The good news is, you don't have to give up essential oils completely. Here's what you can do. Heavy checkmarks stick to pet-safe oils. Lavender, in very small amounts, is generally considered safe, but always research before using any oil around pets. Heavy checkmark: use diffusers in well-ventilated areas. Keep windows open, and never trap your pet in a room with strong essential oil scents. Heavy checkmark: store oils safely. Keep essential oils out of reach so pets don't accidentally lick or spill them. Heavy checkmark: watch for symptoms. If your pet suddenly starts acting sluggish, drooling, coughing, or showing unusual behavior, remove them from the area immediately and call your vet. Essential oils may be great for us, but for pets, they can be a silent killer. Now, let's talk. Does anyone here use essential oils at home? Did this information surprise you? Drop a comment below and let us know. And don't go anywhere, because the final hidden danger is something almost every pet owner has, and it's way more dangerous than you think. Let's dive in. Number 5, the deadliest danger: household cleaners. Alright, we've covered some pretty shocking dangers so far, but this last one? It's the deadliest of them all. And the worst part? Almost every single pet owner has it in their home. We're talking about household cleaners. That's right, the very products we use to keep our homes fresh and germ-free could be silently poisoning our pets. Think about it: when you mop your floors, wipe your counters, or scrub your bathtub, where do all those chemical residues go? Right onto surfaces your pets walk on, lick, and breathe in. And here's where things get really dangerous. Many common cleaning products contain highly toxic chemicals that can cause severe poisoning in dogs and cats. Let's break down the biggest culprits. Warning: ammonia. Found in many window cleaners, oven cleaners, and floor polishes. Exposure can cause serious respiratory distress, especially in cats, who have highly sensitive lungs. Just inhaling ammonia fumes can lead to coughing, wheezing, and trouble breathing. Warning: phenols. This one is extremely dangerous for cats. It's found in many disinfectants, antibacterial sprays, and household cleaners. Even a tiny amount absorbed through their paws or licked off their fur can cause deadly liver failure. Warning: chlorine. A main ingredient in toilet bowl cleaners, bleach, and some all-purpose cleaners. If your pet accidentally licks a recently cleaned toilet bowl or walks across a freshly mopped floor, they could ingest enough chlorine to suffer from vomiting, diarrhea, and chemical burns. Now, you might be thinking, my pet doesn't drink toilet water or lick cleaning products, so they're safe, right? Unfortunately, that's not how it works. Pets groom themselves constantly. If your dog or cat walks on a freshly cleaned floor, their paws pick up tiny traces of these chemicals. Later, when they lick their paws, they ingest those toxins over and over again. And guess what? Even some pet-safe cleaners aren't as safe as they claim to be. Many contain hidden irritants that can build up in your pet's system over time. So, what can you do to protect your furry friend? Here are 3 simple but life-saving steps. Heavy checkmark: switch to natural cleaners. Vinegar, baking soda, and lemon juice are great alternatives that disinfect without toxic residues. Heavy checkmark lock-up chemical cleaners. Always keep cleaning products stored in a cabinet or out of reach to prevent accidental spills or ingestion. Heavy checkmark rinse and ventilate. If you must use chemical cleaners, rinse surfaces thoroughly with water afterward and open windows to let fumes dissipate. And here's an extra tip: if you ever suspect your pet has been exposed to toxic cleaners, don't wait. Call your vet or the pet poison helpline immediately. Early treatment can save their life. Now, let's hear from you. Did any of these dangers surprise you? Have you ever caught your pet getting into something they shouldn't? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. And before you go, if you found this information eye-opening, be sure to check out our next video, because when it comes to pet safety, knowledge is everything. At the end of the day, our pets rely on us for everything: love, food, protection, and most importantly, a safe home. But as we've learned today, even the most ordinary household items can turn into hidden dangers for our furry friends. So now, let's turn it over to you. Which of these dangers shocked you the most? Did you already know about them, or did some of these take you by surprise? Have you ever had a scary pet accident at home? If so, share your story in the comments. Your experience could help another pet owner avoid the same mistake. And before you go, let's make sure your pet's safety is always a priority. White heavy checkmark. Subscribe for more life-saving pet tips and fun facts about dog and cat behavior. We've got tons of valuable content coming your way. White heavy checkmark. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video, because staying informed could literally save your pet's life. White heavy checkmark. And don't stop here. Watch this next video, point to another pet-related video, where we dive into another must-know topic for every pet owner. Remember, your pet's safety starts with you. A little awareness today could mean many more happy years with your furry best friend. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.